everybody, happy Friday! It's time for another episode of Getting Baked with Crystal, who is ready to get baked.
Everybody except for the laptop!
It looks like we might be making nothing. I can pull it up on my phone, but my phone's gonna go to sleep every 2 minutes. I guess I could turn that off if I need to. Tonight, in honor of the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, tomorrow.
Which I bet you've never watched once.
Not once, not ever. Don't care.
Right.
At all. But Sharon suggested a Kentucky Derby pie, and it looks really good. If you don't know what it is, it's basically chocolate chip pecan cookie dough shoved into a pie crust. You can't go wrong with cookie pie. You really can't. There were a lot of variations for this recipe, and I couldn't tell. Nobody was like, here's the real one. All those other ones were knockoffs. Some of them are made with bourbon. I don't drink whiskey or bourbon, so I didn't really want to buy a bottle of it just to use 3 tablespoons. I asked my mom because she's got an extensive liquor cupboard that was handed down to her from my dad. She didn't have any either, so we're making the recipe that does not require bourbon. I was also informed apparently the only proper way to eat one is with a mint julep. Those don't sound good to me at all. So that's not happening. That was also a bourbon drink. It was like bourbon and powdered sugar, which is weird to
grass.
me. Grass? Kicked up from the Derby itself?
Oh, good.
Fresh from the horses?
Something's fresh from the horses.
It sounds really fancy. I looked up the recipe and it didn't really look very fancy. It's just bourbon with powdered sugar and some other stuff and a mint sprig? Is that what you call it? Sprig?
Yeah, I think so.
Leaf?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it didn't look good.
It's
I don't know.
grass. Everything's grass.
Chris says it isn't Kentucky if there isn't bourbon. Well, good, because we're in California, so we're making cookie pie today. You can call it a Kentucky Derby pie if you want. I've been calling it cookie pie because it's pretty much
looks
cookie
good.
pie. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. The computer, not so much.
No, we're still struggling
No.
there. Is it trying now?
Oh, it's at
Okay.
6%.
It had updates.
It never has a long update like this, but today it did.
We haven't restarted it in a while. We always just close it when we're done and then move on with life. Sorry, I have a stick in my eye. But I have it up on my phone, so I'm trying to scroll to it as I'm trying to get this stick out of my eye.
You alright there?
Yeah, something blew into my eye.
Was it bullshit?
Probably. Could you close your mouth? Oh, this is bad timing. Doesn't my eye know I'm doing a show?
It is. We'll all sit and wait until you're done.
Well, you have no choice because I can't make cookie pie with a stick in my eye.
All right. Alpha Saddle says, "Hey, Crystal and Dan, how are you doing today? Fantastic. It's a warm one today."
It is. It is still 82 degrees. We've got the air going, so sorry if you can hear that in the background.
Wilton says she got her first sunburn of the year yesterday. Congratulations.
This is why I don't go outside. Because I get a sunburn walking to my car, so I try to rush to the car. Amanda with the super chat, thank you so much.
Hi, Amanda.
This is to cover the cost of a shooter bottle of bourbon. You can buy it at almost any liquor store, i.e. Bevmo. See, here's the thing. Bevmo's half an hour away, and if you remember I was talking about it before, in the middle of our town and the next town over, there's Lockheed, Northrop stuff, so you can't just do a straight shot. If I could, it would take maybe 10, 15 minutes.
We do have whiskey.
We have whiskey.
Are you putting it in there, or are you just bypassing it all?
I am bypassing it. I chose a recipe that did not include it at all. I did look into whether you could use whiskey instead of bourbon, because bourbon is a type of whiskey, so all bourbons are whiskey, but not all whiskeys are bourbons. I did a lot of research into this. But the recipes that I was finding required some other things and more complicated things, and just, we're making cookie pie. That's all. You don't have to call it the Kentucky Derby pie if you don't want to. It's cookie pie. You live near a liquor store next to the trap. I don't ever go that way.
No.
And I certainly don't go into liquor stores in this town.
Linda says, we're in Kentucky. We'll hope to do you proud.
Yeah, I make no promises. We're calling it cookie pie. It's cookie pie. Then I can't disappoint anybody, right?
Right.
Yeah. I just made this up myself. So I guess we can get started. First step, we need to melt our butter, and then it needs to completely cool. So one thing that it did specifically say in several of the recipes is to make sure your butter is completely cool. Because if you mix all your stuff together and it's still warm, and then you add the chocolate chips are going to melt in your cookie dough. And you do not obviously want your chocolate chips to melt. You want them to still be chips. So make sure you melt your butter and allow it to cool completely. Hashtag bourbon for Crystal. I am not a fan of bourbon. Dan was drinking whiskey for a while, and it's not my drink, for sure. It's not it.
Alright, like, I was doing it because I was like, look at me, man. Look at me doing the man thing. And
yeah, was that what it was? Were you trying to be a man?
I'd rather have a soda.
Can you mix whiskey with soda?
You can, but that's no fun. I don't like that. I want to just take my shot and chug it, chase it down.
If you're not going to mix it with fruit juice,
and
just give me a shot and let me be done with it.
And then go on.
Yes. No shots tonight, though. I'm kind of tired. I'm afraid if I drink, I'll just go to sleep.
Right.
All right, so...
How much butter was that?
1 stick of butter, half a cup. Let me double check that. Yes. So we'll stick this in the microwave and then allow it to cool completely. Are you going to come make an appearance? Come here, bud. Hi. Is he on camera? No. You can only see his butt. Hey, buddy. If you guys haven't seen him yet, this is Precious, our new cat. He likes to follow me around, especially when I'm in the kitchen. I went in the bathroom and I was getting ready when I got home from work, and he came and sat in the doorway of the bathroom and just sat by me.
Oh, he hopped next to me this morning after you left and pledged his allegiance to me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, lots of petting.
He's a very snuggly boy.
Yeah, he's a good cat. He gets along with everybody really well. It's about him and Topo are starting to the first phases of wanting to play with each other.
I really think they'll get there. I thought it would happen quicker. I gave him like a week or two. I think it's going to be another couple of weeks.
Hannah says, where'd you get your Florida? We got it at Home Depot.
Yes.
It was like one of the 3 colors. It was like one of the 3 colors that were there.
It's the waterproof one, though, that has like the padding underneath it. It's pretty fancy. We went pretty fancy with the kitchen flooring.
But it's just straight up.
I would love to have it through the whole house.
It was just on the shelf at Home Depot.
Yes. I wasn't too sure about it when I picked it out, but it was the best of all of the options there, and now I kind of love it.
Yeah, the whole house should look like that.
Yes, right now it's just in here, the laundry room, the master closet, and the master bathroom. But at some point I would like to get it through the whole house. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside and allow that to cool completely. Hannah said I asked because we're moving. Yay! Oh, awesome. Fun and stressful at the same time, so enjoy that and try not to stress too much. And need to redo the floor in the bathroom and kitchen of the new house. Yeah, it was pretty reasonably priced too. My mom was going to do the same one in her house, and then she chose a different one, but pretty comparable pricing to what's out there. It's not like super high end; it's just good quality. What else is going on? Whiskey is more of a sipping drink. Good whiskey is for sipping, unless you're Hannah. Then all liquor is a shooter. Same, friend, same. Where the water damage was in the flood of 2020. Yes, Brittany, you know. I was talking to the brother of a coworker today who basically had the same blowout we had in his house, and he's talking about all the stuff he's going to do, and his brother's like, just have him take up the tile and then put it back down. It'll be fine. He's like, oh, no. If I'm getting insurance money, I'm making my house exactly the way I want it. Agreed. There's nothing better than being able to just be like, here's my dream, and look, dream, with what we're working with here. To be able to design the kitchen the way that I wanted it was so amazing. If you guys never saw our kitchen before, it was terrible. It ended here. So this is all new space. The sink was at an angle here, and there was a cupboard. Like, we could not do this show because a cupboard hung down to here. You know what that means? You constantly whacked your head on it all the time. Oh my god, how many times did you hit your head on the corner of the cupboard here, Dan? When it came down, like, right? We also went out further. It went like here.
Yeah.
And you just like lean over to do something and just whack your head. Oh, it was the worst. We had the worst kitchen. It was so awful. So this is a major upgrade. That sink was in a bad spot. It really was. And the cupboard up here went all the way to the corner, and you could not get to it unless you climbed up on the counter and like straddled the sink, because there was no counter right there to get to it. You had to straddle the sink and reach over there. Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. Can you fix, like, half the chat's cut off?
Yeah, sure. So, about what we're baking.
I'm letting my butter cool, so I'm stalling, Dan. I'm stalling.
Okay, did you want this back then? or
if it's ready, you can go to Pinterest and recipes I made on the show. If you guys don't know already, every recipe that I make on the show is on the Getting Baked Crystal Pinterest page. There are several boards on there, some with tips and tricks and things, and one that is recipes I've made on the show. So every week I will pin that to the...
There's no tricks. More like tips. If you're looking,
but tips and tricks sounds better.
If you're there looking for life hacks, maybe not so much.
Cooking and baking hacks. Why you gotta shoot me down?
Yes, and...
Chris said we have a head whacking shelf in our laundry room. That thing hates me. There's nothing better you can do for your life than to get rid of it. Figure something else out, anything else out, your head will thank you.
I was so happy. It's gone, hi, Di.
Oh, hey, Di. She's got the head whacking cupboards in her house. It's really the worst.
Yeah.
It's so awful. And it really, like, that particular cupboard that we had just closed off the space so bad. You had to, like, lean over or down to see or talk to anybody. And again, we couldn't do the show at all. What else is going on here?
It needs juice, so you might want to plug that into there and shove it in the corner.
It flops out of that one.
Does it? Oh, if everything flops out of all the ones that you have with the light switch covers on it.
Look.
They're pretty covers.
I love my beautiful light switch plate covers.
It pops out everything I pop
Even
into
if they're not
all
practical.
of them. I know, huh? Okay, so there you go. Tristan says, what's up, jabronis? Hello. Hello.
Alright. Bear with me while I pull up my recipe here.
Amanda's giving away her dog to the first person that would be willing to take it.
Yeah, I just had enough. I get
was
it.
trying to give away Mooch.
Sometimes I try to give away Dan,
Yeah.
but...
Oh.
Linda says, how was the small squeezy mixing drinks? Friend.
They're good. Which one was it?
This was the one Blake had the other night.
Yeah, it was so...
and I asked him what was it, what
so
flavor
good.
it was, and he said summer fruits, and I was like, what the hell? No, it's summer fruits. It was really good.
It was really,
I feel
really
like
good.
he put a little too much in it, but these are really good. We've gotten these before here in America and not been a fan, so we were a little hesitant to try it, but Blake was like, oh, can I try this thing? Please help yourself. It was really good. It shows strawberry, cherry, and apple. So I'm guessing those are the summer fruits. But yes, thank you. We will definitely be getting through all of these because they were much better than I anticipated.
They are. Walton says pinch the prongs. The problem is I think the plates stick out a tiny bit further than the actual white part, the face that you stick the plug in.
Yes. And
so it just doesn't go in all the way.
It's not a big deal with regular plugs. It's because this is the box. So the thing sticks out and doesn't let it go all the way in.
I liked how they had it back in the 50s and stuff, where they had balls inside. That's why you see how there's holes in the metal. Like if you pull it out.
There's holes in the metal?
Yeah, pull it out of this plug and see how there's holes in the metal that plugs into the wall?
Yes.
Those holes clicked into balls that were inside
Is that
the
why there's
light
holes
switch.
in there?
Yeah, back in the 20s, back when Billy Billy
Look, guys, we're learning things from Dan.
Billy the Kid probably plugged it in. And it was from Billy the Kid time. So it was way old. Like the Addams Family had it.
Got it.
But it would grip the thing and keep it in the plug. I don't know why it doesn't still have that.
Yeah, that would be much better. Lily's asking what brand this is. This is actually, Linda sent us these from the UK.
I can put it on the side.
They are Robinson's brand. I don't know if we have these here. I've never seen these in the store. But there are things like this here. I've just never liked the ones that we've gotten in particular. It's just a liquid. If you're familiar with the juices that we make for our vodka and stuff, are the little pouches. You can get them so you make a pitcher of juice. Were you pinching my head?
No, I was
You can make a
brushing something
pitcher
off
of
your
juice.
shirt.
You can make a glass of juice, and it's like a sugar-free, powdery thing. This is a liquid version, but you can add as much or as little as you want. They're pretty good. I like them because then you can have flavored drink without having a bunch of sugar. What else is going on here? Amanda said, I would at least not give away Chris this weekend or next since I want Mother's Day and the following weekend is Chris's birthday, but other times maybe I might give him away. Look, any of us who are in a long-term relationship can relate.
What? What?
You've never wanted to give me away?
Because no one will take you.
But that wasn't the question. The question was whether you've ever wanted to. Your computer's doing weird things. I don't think it wants to be my friend. Okay, I think we're good. It was blacking out and being weird, but...
Yeah, it was not having an A game today.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna crack my eggs. I'm not separating them. sorry to disappoint you, Chris. Oh, I got shell in there. What am I doing? If you give Dan away, does it come with the sword? Absolutely, and you can have the shield as well. Are you making an offer? Because local pickup is fine. It'll save you on shipping.
Well, Sam says I'll take Dan for a trial weekend.
I bet I could send you all around the country and give everybody a trial weekend, and you'd be gone for like a year. Everybody can have their weekend with Dan.
I could probably couch surf my way across the country.
I bet you could. Like 2-3 days, and then they'd be like, damn, I'm out of food. You gotta go.
No way. I'm like keepable. I'm like Alf.
I'm like keepable.
I'm like Alf. Like, he showed up, they were like him hauling at first, and then like he was beloved. I'd be like that. I'm like Alf.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lily says that brand Robinson of the liquid stuff is on Amazon. Good to know. Good to know. Brittany offering 2 bits for Dan. I don't know how much 2 bits is, but sold. Marco says, I'll be like, Dan, my beer can is empty.
What?
We'll help you out with that.
Well, now I'm fetching beers?
Yeah. Chris has a couch for you. You made it across one state now. One state? No. Nevada first, then
Yeah.
Arizona?
Uh-huh.
Who's in Nevada and wants Dan for a weekend? Your mom.
Christopher said
Alf.
Alf was annoying. You take that back. Alf was awesome.
Wait,
talking about?
to be fair, he said Alf was annoying as well.
Dang. Wow.
Alright, in here we are adding egg, sugar, brown sugar. Let me get my ingredients so I don't miss anything. Sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, and butter, which is probably just about cool. I think we're about there. Okay, so we need half a cup each of regular sugar and brown sugar.
You guys are all crazy. I have an air mattress or a couch for today. You probably just have me shoved in the corner.
Wolfie says Dan might be keepable, but is he capable? Depends on what you're asking if he's capable of.
I'm like Flat Stanley, but in human form. Everybody loved Flat Stanley.
What does that mean?
Everybody loved Flat Stanley.
I don't know anything about Flat Stanley. Please enlighten me as to the comparison you're making.
Look, I haven't seen Flat Stanley since 2nd grade the first time. Not even 2nd grade the second time. But he gets smushed and he's thin. Like, now he's like paper thin. It's his kid, you know? But like, now he's useful because he can get the keys out of the drain and stuff. That's where I get that from. He can do like thin things because he's Flat Stanley. It's like a Amelia Bedelia book.
But you can't even get the tortilla out from behind the stove, Flat Stanley.
Because I'm not Flat Stanley, I'm Fat Danley. So I can't go behind the stove. But Flat Stanley was like, yeah, it was like Amelia Bedelia. It was like it was like 2nd grade.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. It was him and that Ricky Ticky person.
Don't know anything about that either.
Mm-hmm. You had an Alf Stuffy. I still have it, so...
Yep.
I still have it. Alf ate cats. No, he didn't. He tried to eat cats. He didn't eat them, though. He tried.
I've mentioned it before, I think, but my first cat that I had and named was named Lucky after the cat from Alf.
Yeah.
Like brown sugar all over me. Sam wants me to make 1,000% sure it's vanilla and not almond. Yes, that's why I buy different brands now, so I know. My purple bottle is my vanilla extract. But thank you. Good looking out. All right, all right. Let me just mix my 2 sugars together here a little bit. Alright, what is next? Eggs, vanilla, and butter. Okay, I've got the butter and the eggs measured out. The vanilla is 1.5 teaspoons.
I see the oven emoji.
It's hot. I'm not going to turn it on until I'm ready to use it.
And tomorrow I'm going to have to hop on the roof to double check that swamp cooler to make sure it's running right. I think it is, but...
I think it is. It's just hot.
But it's only in the 80s.
You also had several windows open, and that makes a difference. Like, you're letting it all out. Right now, I think only this window and the back bathroom window are open, so I can feel it coming this way for sure. But I don't want to counteract that by turning the oven on. We might have to do some more air fryer recipes over the summer. You know there's still a stick in my eye?
Oh, Lily CK, if you could just go to YouTube and open up another tab here, you can come back here in a minute, and just type in, like, Best of Alf or something. Alf was, like, this 80s sitcom where this alien from Melmac crash-landed in the attic of the people's house.
Did you say in the attic?
Yeah.
Attic.
And so, then, like, he lived there for, like, 4 seasons.
He did.
Before it had a weird kind of season finale, but not season finale. But that
I
was
don't
Alf.
remember how it ended.
It ended really weird because the neighbor was always like, "Oh, you have a Alf there," and then so the neighbor was always trying to
Alf
like,
stood for alien life form.
yeah. So at the end, they were all surrounded him with guns, like the FBI was there to catch him.
That's right.
And, like, he was gonna get beamed up to Melmac or something like that, but, like, then there was never another episode after that. It got, like...
So we don't know if he got
But it didn't, that, like, yeah,
taken to Area 51 or not.
It just ended. So,
Sam says, LOL, you people are old. Shush.
Di says that the show Alf was terrible. What's... Di?
Aww.
Di, how do you not like Alf? How do you not like... That was so good.
Alright, to this, we are adding flour, salt, and pecans. I don't know if you're watching, Jason. Oh, you are! There you are! I said it right, pecans, because thanks to Jason's meme of a can of peas, I will always remember not to say pecans, because it's not a can of peas, it's a pecan. So thank you, Jason.
Hold on.
Memes for the win.
RFSJ said cat eating Alf. He didn't eat cats. He tried,
He
but
tried.
he never ate the cat.
It was his shtick, but he never really actually did it.
Di likes the Muppets. I mean, I guess, just because, you know. But that kind of helps a little, but still, the Alf is awesome. The gaming hand says hi all. That is all of you. So hello everybody.
I am going to sift my flour, because I feel like this is going to be a little bit thin, and I want to make sure it's not chunky.
The flour sifter is a pretty cool machine.
It is. Alright, to this we are adding half a cup of flour. I'm going to take this off so I actually have room here. This didn't mix very evenly.
Chris, whenever even reading Alf quotes, and I read it in his voice. Ha! Alf was great. It was better than DC Follies. That was a creepy television show.
Oh, I did not like that. My dad liked that stuff.
Tristan, that Punky Brewster and Blossom.
Punky Brewster is my jam. Blossom too. I love the quirky girls. Go figure.
Yeah, I was a pretty big Punky Brewster fan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Same. Typed it in Alf's voice. Yes, it's all Alf in my head.
Alright, let me get this off of here so I don't make a big mess. It's weird that this is only a half a cup, but that's what it says. I guess because it's a pie filling, even though it's a cookie. Jason says, you were Punky Brewster. Sort of, yeah. I really did want to be her. Alright, so that's my half a cup flour and a half a teaspoon of salt. Use this one. I'm excited to try this. I don't know if we'll be able to try this tonight, though, Dan. It says you have to let it cool completely.
Oh.
And the pictures on the recipe site look really runny. Alright. Get our paddle back on here.
I made Thunderbirds. Okay. Thunderbirds creeped me out.
I never watched it.
The Thunderbirds creeped me out. When I was a kid, it was probably on repeats by the early 80s. But I did not like the marionettes. They creeped me out.
There were marionettes?
Yeah, the Thunderbirds.
I literally don't remember watching it at all ever.
The Thunderbirds is Team America World Police. Like, that's what they took it after. So the television show was made just like that.
Right.
But it was a television show in the 70s, Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds Are Go, I think it's called. And then they used that same gimmick for Team America. So it was like that in the early 80s.
Gotcha.
It was creepy. It was really, really, really creepy. They did a reboot with Adult Punky. We did watch, I think, a few episodes of that.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. Tristan says, did you roll your socks too? No, I was a sock scruncher. It was all about scrunching your socks. Remember when that was a thing? But I did wear multiple pairs of socks. Remember when that was a thing? And you'd get them and they were like almost knee socks, but you'd scrunch them down.
Yeah.
In 2 different colors.
I mean, I didn't wear them, but...
But you remember that was a thing?
I did like that.
Okay. Beat until combined. It says to add the pecans at this stage, but I'm going to add them... Like, I chose to mix this first, and then I'm going to add this.
Helen with the syllable emojis. Hey, Dan and Crystal. That's how I read that. Hi. Happy
Was
Friday.
it hand clapping?
Happy Friday. Yeah, that 70s show is getting reboot of that 90s show. You know, Crystal, you were talking about that just the other day.
I was. Apparently, they're doing the same thing as like Punky Brewster and all these shows we liked as kids, where they're the parents, and so they're making appearances. So they're not all coming back and making a sitcom with them as adults. It's their kids, and then they're making appearances. So I mean, we'll check it out, I'm sure, but All right, so then it's a half a cup of pecans chopped, which some of these are more chopped than others, but here we go.
Is that all you needed for that? You didn't need any more?
Nope,
Okay.
just wants half a cup.
Just says, "Woot! I made it! All right, first option
Yeah.
game night
Yes.
and Mexican food night. What did you have? I want enchiladas.
Instead, we had nachos because those are much easier and
Yeah.
much more delicious. Okay, to that, we are going to add 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips.
We had margaritas. Awesome. My show was MASH and Hogan's Heroes. I didn't watch any of those at all. Did you watch? Were you a MASH fan?
My dad watched it, but I wasn't really a fan. Oh, you're not gonna like these. It's not quite baker's chocolate.
Ugh.
I tried to tell you. Did you give it back? It's all slimy.
Oh.
That's why I usually use milk chocolate.
No.
Chocolate chips are another thing I measure with my heart. So it's a very full measuring cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says just to stir this in. So I'm not going to use the mixer for that. I'm just going to stir it in by hand.
Oh, no.
Are you joking?
Yep, on, like, nothing. Like my own spit. Sorry, I'll be back. Hold on.
Did the semi-sweet chip ruin ya?
No, I just opened my mouth to talk, and then it went the other way. Oh, no, the chat's off the screen. Enchiladas sound so good. Can't wait to see that 90s show. That does look kind of fun. Ooh, the pool's officially open now. All right.
Nice.
Have you watched Call Me Kat? I have. Wait, is that the one with Blossom?
I think so.
We watched a couple episodes of it, and then we just didn't go back. But it was all right. There was nothing wrong with it. I like all the cast members. But
I think that's what got us. Like, we liked the cast members, but
it
the
was
show
okay.
was nothing really special.
Yeah, but I would watch more of it again. We just don't pick it like when we pick other stuff because we were watching like trauma. We were watching some trauma films, and then we had like bad 80s movies on lately, like in the background while we're playing games.
Oh,
So
last night I put on In the Army Now because I didn't know that was on Hulu, and I was pretty excited. I love Pauly Shore.
Did you make it to the end of it?
No, because it was getting late, and I'm like, I'll watch it later.
I fell asleep after he got his hair shaved. I fell asleep on the couch.
You asked me if I could remember any quotes from it, and the only thing I can remember is when he gets his head shaved and he turns around in the mirror and just yells.
Yes.
That was it.
I remember that being like, did he really do that to his hair? Because his hair was still like prime
a big
hair.
part of his personality.
It was still prime hair.
Yeah, he did it. He absolutely did. Helen is here with Sexy Pear Super Chat.
Hi,
Thank you so
Helen.
much, friend. Doing well. Hope you are doing well as well.
Happy Saturday.
All right.
you watch Russian Dolls? Season 2 just came out. We watched the first Russian Dolls, but I got frustrated a little bit with the repetitiveness. But I am willing to do season 2. I thought I was the only Pauly Shore fan. Come on, everybody loves Pauly Shore.
No way, Steven Tyler PJs.
Yeah, like, yeah, yes.
Love Pauly Shore.
Uh-huh.
He's a little bit nutty, but I love him.
Yeah, he was a big part of me growing up. I would go to the theaters when I was a kid, like 13, 14, 15, to see, like, I went and saw Son-in-Law in the theater for sure. I went and saw Encino Man in the theater. I couldn't wait for Encino Man.
I don't know that I ever saw any in the theater, but I definitely have rewatched all of his movies multiple times.
I had a really good theater run with my mom for a couple years. We're like, we would go see like Uncle Buck. I saw Uncle Buck in the theater.
Did
that
you?
was good. Yeah, and you didn't get nothing really, but like, you know, it was a big cardboard cutout of him shoving up against the door with McCluckin' Kapluckin on the other side pushing back. Oh, it's breaking.
It always breaks every time I make one of these.
Dan, have you tried watching Firefly again yet? No. I forgot about Firefly. Let me write that really big on this piece of paper here, next to your thumb drives. Firefly. We'll try it. F-I-R-E.
Chris apparently was wheezing the juice. I never have luck with these pre-made pie crusts. So this is just a roll-out, pre-made, refrigerated pie crust. We're going to throw this in a pie pan.
Have you seen Biodome? Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 20 times.
Purple Sticky Punch. It was good all the way up until jury duty.
Yeah.
Whoa, you just like mended it.
I did. It's dough. You could just mash it back together. What is your favorite of Pauly Shore's movies, Dan?
It's really hard between Son-in-Law and Encino Man.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So I don't know.
Oh, did I mend it though?
Yeah, you should mend it inside the dish. Pauly.
I probably should have taken it out of the fridge and let it warm up a little bit before I tried to use it.
Son-in-Law was solid all the way through. It had such good pacing. So did Encino Man, but it was a little bit. It slowed down a little bit in the bar scene for a while and stuff. But like between those two, those were really good. Much better than Biodome.
Encino Man had Brendan Fraser though.
It Brendan Fraser in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Son-in-Law, was that the one on the farm? It absolutely was.
Yes.
Yeah, but Encino Man was good. I liked the douchey guy, like the boyfriend dude. He was great in that one.
Alright, so mashing this down in, trying to put it back together. We got another rip in it. I don't like this pie pan.
No?
No.
Can we like blow it up?
I think someone made me a pie and then was like, you can keep the pie pan. And I'm like, okay, but it's not my favorite. But I picked it because it was kind of deep. And several of these recipes said to use a deeper one. I don't know if this particular one did, but I just remembered that when I was pulling out the pie pan, so
Right.
I went with it.
You got it. Let's see. Tristan said Encino Man because the high school parts. Chris said Son-in-Law. Was that one on the farm? That was not. Yes, that was the one on the farm. Wait, wait, that. Wilton said in high school I had the Encino Man soundtrack on tape. I didn't even. I can hear.
What
the
was
music,
on the
but-
soundtrack? I need to know. You know what soundtrack I had?
The dinosaur. That okay. There was that song and I don't know. Like
I know you remember, so let me know what was on it because I had the Reality Bites soundtrack, played the hell out of it, and anytime I hear any of those songs, I'm like, this is on the Reality Bites soundtrack.
I think my first soundtrack I ever got was the singles, the movie singles soundtrack.
Really?
It had like Pearl Jam on it and Soundgarden
Yeah,
on
okay.
it, and it had like you know like Screaming Trees or something. Like, when was the last time you heard that name?
Right, like 1995.
Yeah. In the Army Now is my fave. That was pretty. That one is a good one. I fell asleep most of the halfway through.
There was the Jerry Curl song too. What's the Jerry Curl song? Do you know?
I don't. You know what? I don't.
No.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
All right, we're not.
You did. You recovered it. It's
we're
recovered.
not pre-baking this.
Especially
Apparently.
on camera, it looks good. Hey, wait! What are you doing? You just sewed it together.
I know, but I don't want it to puff up too much.
Don't reap what you sowed.
What?
Yeah, you sewed it back up. Don't like. Reap
Now
it.
I'm reaping it.
Well, if you pick it up again, it will.
That fit in there quite nicely.
Oh, that's right. Suicidal Tendency was in Encino Man.
All right, so then we just pour this pecan chocolate chip cookie dough into to hear. All the chocolate chips are sinking. The dough is really, really liquidy.
Ew.
Oh, I didn't preheat the oven. Can you turn the oven on?
What? To what?
350. This might be too deep of a pie pan. Did you hit start?
I did.
Okay.
It doesn't make rad noises like Jess's. Jess's like makes a cool video game. It's like noise. It's really pleasing.
Is it?
It's all beep boop beep. Yeah, like when we edit the vlogs, like the turning on the oven noise stays in there because it's so happy.
Oh.
It's like digital.
Fancy.
I know.
I don't know how much this is gonna like puff up. I guess a little bit, but we'll see. I might have extra crust on the top. Yes, Chris, tree fitty. Did you take the tree fitty from Jess and JB? No, that's from did that come from South Park or was it before South Park?
I kind of was a poser and I heard everybody else saying it, so I think it had to have been South Park because I think I heard it from Jess and Greg.
I don't know if I've ever heard them say it, but it comes from South Park,
like,
as far as I
and then
know.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's a tree 50. And then
not tree 50, tree fitty.
Yeah, so I think it probably came from South Park, but I don't know.
Yes, Anna, extra crust for a handle.
Yeah, tree 50 was South Park.
That dang old Loch Ness monster.
I went through a long phase of no South Park. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we stopped watching it for a bunch of years, but that was the jam back in the day. Everybody knew all the episodes. Lily pointing out that, Dan, what I'm doing is docking the pie so that it will not rise too high and turn into a balloon.
I've seen docking. That doesn't look like that.
No. Remember when we made pizza in the air fryer and thankfully Garrett showed up, who works at a pizza place, and told us we had to dock the dough so it didn't do that.
That's what you were doing when you were
Yeah, you put little holes in it just so like the air won't build up underneath it, and then it goes like this and then pushes everything out.
Oh. Well, that is fancy. That makes sense. Who said that? Thank you.
That was Lily.
Thank you, Lily.
Tristan calls her dog man, bear, pig. There's so many like quotes from South Park still to this day.
When you hang out with like Greg and Jess and Eric, they're like 80% South Park references.
Are they?
Oh yeah, they're like.
I learned that I'm like 50% Friday quotes.
You are, yeah, because we just watched it the other day.
No, what taught me that was my friend Gavin had never seen it. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, dude, you should watch it. It's really good. And we worked together. So we're together 40 hours a week. And so finally,
how long were you there working?
It was several months of working together. And then he comes into work one day and he's like, I just realized like half of what you say comes from Friday. And I was like, damn.
It's true. It's true. We had it on just the other day because like, oh, background noise. And it was like every minute or two, it was something that's said in our vocabulary.
Yes, I can quote almost the entire movie while watching it.
Okay, so
now I'm waiting for the oven to preheat because despite being reminded and telling you I didn't want to turn it on yet, it was time to turn it on.
We have emotes for it.
Yep. Hannah can quote What About Bob? Really?
Oh my gosh.
I watched that movie one time and I didn't like it. I've never seen it
once
since.
And it was okay. It was okay. I watched it once. It was Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray.
Oh, I remember. I didn't like it.
I thought that was alright. It was.
Thanks, Gaming Ham.
You know what?
Appreciate you.
You know this is bad how old I am, Hannah. It was really popularly quoted in junior high.
I was gonna say that we were kids when that came out.
Yeah, in like 8th grade.
It's our dad's favorite movie.
In like 8th grade, it was popular to quote. What about Bob?
It was a popular movie with kids.
I'm sailing. He's all like tied to the post. I don't know. It was Bill Murray.
Oh, Wilton says we love What About Bob. I hear people talking about how great it is. I see stuff on the internet. People are like, "This is a great movie."
Definitely obnoxious. Yes,
I maybe
baby
should
steps
give
to
it
the
another
elevator.
chance.
Yeah, look, everybody's quoting it. I forgot about babies. I saw it in real time. Like I went and like saw it.
Right.
And then that was it. It was like right around like Wayne's World time and stuff. It was like
I remember that, but I literally watched it one time and just nope, off my radar. Never rewatched it. And I think it was on TV, like one of the Comedy Central movies that they would play.
Oh, Marco, the best quotes are from Step Brothers. I have not seen that. I tried to even put it on maybe within the last year or two, and like 15 minutes into it, you know what it is? I want to punch both of them out. John C. Reilly, and I loved Talladega Nights. That was fun. You didn't like that one, but that was fun. But I couldn't do the Step Brothers scene. I couldn't buy into it. They're like 6'4", and just like I couldn't do it. But everybody loves that movie. The quotes are great.
That's
and
another one I
fine.
watched once and never again.
It's a visual thing. It's a visual thing. It's only them physically being too big.
Okay, hold on. Is Step Brothers where that quote, "This house is an effing prison on planet bullshit," comes from?
I thought that came from the sign outside Blake's mom's house.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? But
And
that's what they're putting here,
the-
so apparently that's a quote.
The big thing is like, did we just become best friends? Because like they had something to call like that. That's a big quote too.
Huh.
Like you see it in the memes and you see it on the TikToks. So a lot of it did come from.
Chris with Joe Dirte.
I did see that one once too, but I don't.
Oh, I've seen that several times.
Have
My
you?
last boyfriend loved that movie, so we watched it a lot of times. That's a pretty good one. British Journal says, my boyfriend watches South Park and The Simpsons every night. So the 50% of my vocabulary that is not quoted from Friday is quoted from The Simpsons.
Old Simpsons.
Oh yeah, all old Simpsons, like the first 10 seasons or so, maybe. Literally before we started, you asked me something and I said nothing at all. Like, it's always something Simpson-y. And then I saw the baby.
Baby waved at me. That's what it is.
You know what? I saw the quote the other day and it's the baby looked at me. It's not even the baby waved at me. We've been misquoting it all this time. I'm sticking with the baby waved at me.
When I worked at NASA, one of the nerdy guys actually looked like the dad from. It looked like Peter Griffin.
Oh no.
He'd come down and every day he put up in our cubicle area. He put up a new Ralphie Wiggum quote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So every day a new piece of paper that he read.
It tastes like burning.
It tastes like burning.
Every time I eat something hot, it tastes like burning.
I can't wait for the new Futurama. That's okay. That's the thing. Like when I was in Michigan, I was getting.
Is it Futurama or Futurama?
I'm sure it's Futurama.
I don't know. What is it?
Well, because it's Bananarama, but it's like Futurama.
I've always said Futurama. I don't know. Cyberhusky says, I'm boring. I don't quote movies or TV shows, except Princess Bride. That's my favorite movie. I don't know if that makes you boring or original, because you have your own things to say, and you don't always have to quote things.
We're supposed to be watching Futurama.
We watched a bunch of it.
I don't remember much of it.
Here's the thing. In one episode, his dog sits out waiting for him forever, and I can't watch like that. I don't know which episode that is, but...
Every time I've watched it, it's been like the same 3 episodes. Like,
Has it?
Yeah, okay. But Greg, like, 90% of Greg's quoting is from Futurama, so in order to understand them more, I think I need to watch like 400 episodes of it.
I feel like the chocolate chips sank down, but I guess they're not too low. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
NASA only had one nerdy guy. Well, out of all the nerds, he was a... Here's the thing, like, when I worked there, I was like the cool guy.
Alright, cool guy.
I was, like, and then, like, some of these people were like, whew, right? So, yeah, like, I was the cool nerd out of all the nerds.
You're still the cool nerd, Dan. Alright, let's get this in the oven. This is going at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. It does say if it starts to brown too fast to put some foil over it, so we will have to check it, kind of keep an eye and make sure it doesn't crisp up too much.
What if you put your red pie edge on it?
That's just for the edges. It says to, at the top.
Oh, okay.
Too much than to put foil over it.
Okay.
Alright. So now we got like 45 minutes to kill. What you got?
We should, for background noise, we should put on some Futurama soon. That would be good. I don't know
Only
what
if you say
it's
Futurama.
Futurama. What did I say? Futurama?
Yes.
Futurama.
Brittany says, I skipped that episode. Yeah, I don't know which episode it is, but I just see memes about it. I don't think I ever even watched it. I just know about it. Amanda says, if you ask me to quote or remember scenes from Gilmore Girls, I can tell you that.
So can your mom.
My mom and Sandy, absolutely.
Are you hanging out for a bit? You ready to come
I
over here?
am. Lily says, Dan, you worked at NASA? I didn't know that. That's cool.
I did.
Which way?
I did, and now I don't.
And now I don't. Now your job is much more fun.
The Gaming Ham says South Park and The Simpsons are rubbish. Hey, Gaming Ham, are you like about our age or younger? I'm curious, cause like Blake's in his, Blake's 20. Oh, he'll be 21 next month. No, in 2 months. He doesn't have a Simpsons love. Oh, there's the camera. I'm looking at the microphone. He doesn't have like that Simpsons love or any of that stuff.
Yeah, we were like, I was 10 when The Simpsons came out.
Yeah, and that was like the thing that you watch. Okay, so you're our age. So, yeah, I'm 41. Okay. That's crazy. You just didn't, like, because you had no choice. Well, I guess you did, but, like, that's just what was on Sunday nights in between.
I think the Gaming Ham, you're not in America, though, right?
Oh, right.
So maybe that's a difference, too.
Right. That's true.
Just as the gaming ham, you are wrong.
Because like on Sunday night, it would be America's Funniest Home Videos. It would be The Simpsons.
It was Thursdays first.
It was.
I distinctly visually remember laying on the living room carpet, watching The Simpsons at like 10, 11 years old, coloring in my Simpsons coloring book on a Thursday night.
I had to stay in my doorway where the TV is, and I could see down the banister, so you'd have to walk up the stairs, watching those shows and waiting for somebody to come up the stairs so I can change the channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to watch it? We watched it as a family.
They didn't really want me watching Married with Children.
Oh,
And they kind of frowned on 90210, but I think, like, that was but, like, there wasn't much inertia being put at it. Just kind of like him hawing, where you shouldn't be watching that, but the heck I should. I got banned from watching MTV when I was like 9 or 10, because they were like, you can't watch MTV, and they came home and they turned on the TV and the box was on MTV.
Oh, you messed up.
Yes,
you gotta cover your tracks, Dan.
He wouldn't let me. It was the Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right to Party video that he did not like. So I couldn't watch MTV because...
Your parents were much stricter than mine.
My
parents were basically Roseanne and Dan. Like, that's pretty much my household, so we could kind of do whatever we wanted.
I was back a generation because my parents are so old. I was more like... Not My Three Sons, but like... They could have hung out... No, they wouldn't even hung out with Lucy. They're like on Green Acres. No. I don't know. Who could they be?
The gaming hand says, I was hacking my Commodore 64 when I was a kid. I was playing Bubble Bobble and Dig Dug on the Commodore 64.
I was in my computer a lot. Because I got my first computer like in 85 or 86. So my head was under the hood of my PC. But I wasn't messing with my Commodore 64, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. My mom wanted me to watch 90210 to prepare me for life.
Yeah?
Dude, it was not my jam at all.
Who said that?
I didn't watch 90210 until I got my first girlfriend, and then her and I sat on the phone and watched 90210 like all the time. I was a big Claire fan.
I watched 90210.
I watched 90210.
I was really into 90210.
But I didn't watch Melrose Place. Dan was brought up by the Golden Girls. Kind of. There's got to be a good example.
Sort of.
It was kind of like I was Webster. Like, do you remember the parents from Webster?
Yeah, I could see that.
Or like a Mr. Belvedere-ish type growing up? Because we did have a live-in person that like lived with us.
Did you really? In 18 years, I've never heard this. Did you really?
We have like 3 or 4 of them.
So I was in Roseanne, and you were in Mr. Belvedere.
I was at
we had like the crocheted Afghan on the back of the couch.
I was hanging
and you had someone dusting the fine china.
I was hanging out with Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv.
Oh my god.
We had like a like the hugest house.
Wow.
Okay,
well, thanks for slumming it with me. I appreciate that.
That was only for a little bit.
Wow, Dan. I never knew.
Right.
Kathy says, not for you, though. the cleaner didn't clean up after you.
She hooked it. I would come home from school, and like, what am I kidding? I never did homework, so I didn't have a backpack of stuff. I'd come home from school, and she'd be like, you want some quesadillas? And I'm like, all right. And then, like, she always make me food. She was cool. She make me food. Yeah.
And Katie says she'd make me grilled cheese sandwiches. She remembers her name was Maria.
Yeah, we had Maria, we had Martha. Yeah, she was rad.
How have I never heard this?
No?
Not once ever in all these years have you ever mentioned that you had a live-in housekeeper?
Well, because when my grandma got really, really old, like, instead of putting her in a home, like, we added on to our house.
You've always told me that you took care of her.
And she came and lived with, that was, like, later. I would like, have to, like, after business hours.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway, so she came and moved in with us, and then we were able to, like, get her someone that could be there, like, through all the hours of the day while we were at school and work and stuff, but she lived with us. So she was rad.
Din Dog says Dan was bougie.
She was rad. It wasn't that. I wasn't that bougie.
Well,
I wasn't that bougie. But yeah, I don't know. I was just messing around. Okay. Don't forget Guttermouth next Sunday. I'm sorry. Saturday. I was telling Crystal the other day. I was like, I don't know what Guttermouth is. So I remembered a couple of songs after you showed me from Tony Hawk.
From Tony Hawk. I think I only ever listened to one album. They pop up here and there on like Punkorama and stuff, so I know a few other songs, but My Girlfriend is one of my favorite songs ever. That's a Guttermouth song. My girlfriend, she makes me really sick when she gets it in the pit. Yeah.
I remembered that when you put that song on. I did remember that.
Sharon reminded me to make sure the pie cools down before you cut it. Yes, I was telling Dan I don't know that we can eat it tonight because of that.
No.
Because it's already got to go in for another...
No.
It's 38 minutes on the timer here. Sorry, Dan.
That's gonna kill me. Like, that's all I wanted was, like, tonight bites.
Tonight bite? Well, you can have them tonight, just probably not on the show.
And it's not like it's cold out, so we can't, like, put it out in the garage to cool it off or anything.
No. No, we cannot.
No.
Sorry. I saw earlier up here, I can't find it now, but somebody was asking, did NASA let you have your mohawk?
No. In fact, they didn't like my hair. I had spiky hair back then, like, before the mohawk, like, you know, like, 90s spiky hair. And they didn't like that. They wanted me to grow a mustache.
Did they?
Well, yeah. They're like, could you look older? The one time my pants were too baggy.
Huh.
But then I got, like, some, like, nice clothes, and then I walked around in, like, a monkey suit for a while. I never wore a tie, though. They're like, do you want to wear a tie? I'm like,
No, you wore, like, button-up, like, plaid shirts and stuff when I first met you when you were working at NASA. And it was always weird because it didn't seem to match you. Like, the you that I hung out with didn't look like you would wear, like, button-up shirts and slacks.
Right, I was still me, like, I was still this, but, like, I just dressed with a collar and stuff like that, but I didn't, like, I put suits on. Like, after I got, like, more important for a while, it was, like, chutes and ladders there. So, like, when I was going up the chutes, then, like,
No, Dan. Shoots or slides.
Oh, and the ladders are going up. Okay, so when I was going up
I
the
mean,
ladder...
you can go up the chutes, but it's going to be a struggle.
Then, like, some of my outfits had, like, shoulder pads in them. Yeah, because, like, I don't think, like...
I never wore
you
shoulder
can,
pads.
Well, because, like, when you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, you can get chicken, like, original or, like, extra crispy. But, like, when you get your suits, you don't get, like padded or, like, El Natural. Like, how do you jacket? Like, no one told me. Instead, I looked like I was about to, like, line up on the offensive line. So I did a little bit, but I never wore a tie. I was more like that, like, David Brennan look from The Office when he had that, like, when he was trying to be a cool guy with his band. It was like that. So I dressed like that a little bit.
Hannah's laughing at you learning how shoots and ladders works.
I was hoping nobody caught that, actually. I was hoping that would just slide right through. So, no, and then...
Brittany says as long as Dan doesn't wear a sweater again like at the bike shop, I'll be happy.
Man, I took it back. I had to take it back.
It's terrible.
I took it back to the bike shop and put it back on the rack.
It was really terrible.
We all had it. Well, the distributor gave them a bunch to us, and then we all put them on, but I gave them back. I tried for, like, 5 minutes of, like, can I, like... Because all the kids that worked at the bike shop were so much younger than me, and they were dressing different. I'm like, I don't know, do I fit? And I was like...
No, it's not your style. We're t-shirt and jeans people.
No.
Through and through. That's just who we are.
All men's jackets have shoulder paddings. It didn't have anything, like, cool in it, though. No, like, pockets or, like, anything fun like that.
No.
Yeah. You will survive, Dan. You can wait for the pie. I can wait for the pie. Trust me. I can wait for the pie.
I'm excited for this. I really hope it's good. I had no idea what a Kentucky Derby pie was when she suggested it. So if you guys have not already seen, on the Getting Baked with Crystal Facebook group, there is a pinned post at the top. If there's recipes you guys want me to try on the show, post it there. That's where I go back and check. If I'm making the calendar for the month and I'm trying to figure out, like, oh, what should I make? I will go back there and check if anything new has been posted. I have a list. Here is the calendar for the rest of this month. So, obviously this week we're making the Kentucky Derby pie. Next week we're going to try a new lemon recipe. Lemon cheesecake crumb bars. It looked really good and pretty simple, so we're going to try that one out. And then on the 20th, we're making homemade Snickers bars, which is why we're doing lemon in between, because this is like a chocolatey thing, and the Snickers bars is a chocolatey thing. I needed something to, like, on the other end of the spectrum of sweetness to balance that out. So, lemon cheesecake crumb bars and homemade Snickers bars. You just go ahead and cover me up. No one needs to see me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Homemade Snickers bars, yes, and they look way easier than you think. And you can make them within 2 hours. Some of the recipes we're talking about, like, putting them in the fridge overnight and stuff. No. Throw them in the fridge for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that chocolate will harden. This recipe I found looks like it'll be pretty quick and easy to make. So, hopefully they turn out well. And we're making nougat. Snickers was my favorite.
We're making nougat.
I've never made nougat.
Wilton Snickers is my favorite, too.
British Journal says, watching this stream is helping me relax while I wait for my finals grade to be posted. Ooh, such anxiety. So glad I tuned in. I'm glad we can distract you a little bit. I hope your grade ends up good. Kathy says, lemon is my favorite. Me too. I currently have a Tupperware full of Freshly squeezed lemon juice frozen as ice cubes. That's a staple in this house. Anytime I buy lemons for anything, if there's any that we don't use, I zest them and freeze that, and I squeeze the lemon juice out and throw it in some ice cubes. There's a trick for you guys if you don't know that one already. Throw it in the freezer and then throw it in some Tupperware. They get a little like sticky, slimy on the outside because it's lemon juice, but then you just thaw it out and you can use it anytime.
Perfect.
Yeah. What else is going on, Dan?
Blvd and Bake with Crystal on the 27th?
No, we're taking that Friday off. Pretty quick and easy. Where was that recipe? Chris, shut up. Oh my god. Sometimes I read your things without pre-reading them and I should know better.
It took me twice. I had to read it twice.
Oh my gosh. Wilton says I can't eat Snickers anymore. I have to lose this weight because I have high blood pressure now. So I went to the doctor to go over my blood work. And she said, you need to go on a strict diet. No more red meat. Psh, that's easy. No more chocolate, no more ice cream. I looked at her and said, that's not very nice. I don't want to talk about no more chocolate and no more ice cream. And she said, okay, you can have it, but not every day. I didn't want to try to explain to this like 80-year-old lady about how I have a baking show and I have to bake stuff every week and we make deliciousness, so I have to have it and someone has to eat it, so here I am. Are you going to Magic Mountain on the 27th? No, I'm not. I'm having
we could.
I have to have a cyst removed the day before, so I am not going to be on camera the next day. So that's all. I'm just taking the day off.
Is
But
it
we'll be here.
connected to your neck?
Is it connected to my neck? Are you talking about my head? Look at you. Look how funny he thinks he is. You're freaking hilarious. Wow.
You never know when they're gonna come. Maybe I laughed a little too hard at that in my head.
And outside too, not just in your head. I was not as amused as you were. Yep, Dan just thinks he's hilarious over here. Doesn't he though?
I do.
You're laughing almost as hard as I did when I realized you only shaved half of your face. Which you can't actually tell on camera.
Don't try to remove me from the show.
Am I trying to make you leave?
What's
You
that?
can't tell on camera
What?
that you only shaved half your face.
No, I wasn't gonna. Remember, I said I wasn't supposed to say anything to see if anybody
Nope,
noticed?
I'm saying something. I'm calling you out because I'm standing here staring at it, trying not to laugh at you, wondering why you only shaved half your face.
I was testing out a shaver, an electric shaver, and then so I shaved half my face.
You didn't want to test it on the other half?
Well,
like, here's how it works when you don't use it, and here's how it works when you do.
I'm not sure in my head how I wanted to tell the story. Do I cut half with a test razor, like, and then do I use the one I currently use that's really expensive, or do I show that? Look at how much it cut off my face after 2 days. And then I kind of just didn't know what to do next, and I put the razor down, and I walked out and went.
I thought you were trying to do that, like, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm a girl. I didn't know what you were doing, man.
I just walked out of the bathroom.
I don't know.
Because I didn't know how to end the story. So now my face is half shaved.
It is.
Like perfectly down the middle.
It's really weird. Christine says, what's the doctor concerned about? Cholesterol? Sugar? My cholesterol is high. I tried to tell her it's hereditary. Could you just give me the medication?
Did you tell you have a baking show?
I knew I was going to have high cholesterol. I fully expected it. It's a family thing. My mom tries to control it and cannot and has to go on medication. So there you have it. Just give me medication. Let's not cut the sugar and chocolate and ice cream and stuff out of my diet. I can't. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's just not. I will die of sugar overdose before I will cut it out of my diet. That's just how it is. What else is going on here? Dindog says, I foolishly bought a season pass to Cedar Point, so I have to drive out there to get it activated. Probably do that on Sunday. We need to plan a trip to Magic Mountain soon. I would like to do that soon. On a weekday.
On a weekday?
Yes. I would like to take a day off work and go. Amanda says, Chris is growing out his beard and mustache. We're waiting to see how he looks with it. This is the first time I've seen him this way. Ooh, weird. Blake let me trim his. He had an event to go to this weekend, and he let me trim his, and it looks so much better now. You guys have seen him on the show where it's just like, he just stopped shaving. Like, quarantine hit, and he was just like, I don't have to shave anymore. I don't have to leave the house. So he stopped shaving completely. But he didn't learn how to, like, manage his beard at all, so I was kind of helping him out and trimming it up, and it looks real good now. He told me if I screwed it up, he was just going to shave his whole face. Just start over.
Every
So,
now and then he does.
I think he's done it once, as far as I've been able to see. I don't notice these things. I'm surprised I noticed you shaved half your face.
You did, but yeah, you did.
Mostly because it's stubbly.
You never noticed?
No, you shaved off your strip on the bottom, and I didn't notice for like 2 weeks or something.
It was a while. I don't recall how long it was,
a
but
while.
it was a while. Do you have to make toppings for this?
No, I do not. It is. Whoa, you trying to take my eye?
I was looking at the timer to see how much time. Not that like I care. I just like was curious.
It's still got 28 minutes.
Oh, okay. Do we have anything else to make? We can't make anything else because it's in the oven.
Yes.
Oh shoot.
Lily says, making candy is fun. I made some in culinary school. I have a few candies that I make. There's one I want to make on the show, but it's a little tricky in terms of, it's basically like a C's candy replica. It's butterscotch squares. So you make it, but then you have to like completely let it set, and then you cut it up and dip it in chocolate. I make it for Christmas, but I'm not really sure how to do that on the show because it has to completely set. And I don't want to make 2 batches because it's super, super rich. So, I don't know if that'll ever make it on the show, but that's a good recipe. Maybe I'll make it in a vlog or something at some point. I don't know.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Do we have any like pudding things to make me or anything, or is this a pudding thing?
No, this is cookie pie.
Okay.
Do you want pudding?
Yeah, I want some
Yeah.
sort of like.
We have that Angel Delight from, I think that came from Linda.
Can we do that?
We can.
Can we make one of those while we wait? Your baking cupboard's awesome.
It really is.
Can we look? Can we have a baking cupboard tour? Is it Is it?
I mean, it's a little out of sorts because half the stuff's out of it, but sure, if you want to do a baking cupboard tour. This is one of my favorite parts of my kitchen, is my cupboard completely dedicated to baking. It's all of my baking supplies in here. Oh my gosh. Down here is where I keep like all the stuff I use most often. The flour, the sugar, the brown sugar, cocoa powder, baking powder, marshmallow fluff. This is where I keep the things like the nuts and yeast and pudding mix. There's pudding mix in there too. And oh, I still have one of these from BRM Bug. I'm like hoarding it because I don't want to use it because then I won't have any more. And then, oh, do you know that half of that top shelf is sprinkles? I rarely even use sprinkles. I just hoard sprinkles for some reason. So I have tons and tons of sprinkles. And cake mix. And pancake mix. And mug cake mix. There's so much stuff in here. You could literally make pretty much anything out of this cupboard. It's so nice and neat. Sort of. Sort of. Okay, Dan. I think there's strawberry and butterscotch in there as well. And then there's banana and chocolate. What would you like?
I want a banana and chocolate, please.
Both of them? That makes a lot. It doesn't last that long. That's the thing.
It lasts like 2-3 days, and then it's like tired.
So we shouldn't really make two
this the
of
wrong
them.
way. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Flipping this the wrong way.
Gaming Ham says, I've still got lockdown hair. Dindog says, I've still got my lockdown fat. Me too, friend. Marco wants to know if they're in alphabetical order. No, they're not, but they are in a particular Tetris order, and I hate when the boys go in the cupboard and mess up my things.
I can't get my tripod to work anymore.
Oh my gosh.
It like won't stay.
Yeah, are we done with it? I don't really need that camera anymore. Do you need a third hand?
I got it.
Okay.
It is not.
The Gaming Ham says, try treacle tart? I don't know what that is. Michelle says, lock the cupboard. I bet I could put a child safety lock on and Dan wouldn't be able to figure out how to get in there. I have to close it because it makes me anxious. But yeah, I have ingredients for pretty much anything. At pretty much any given point, you could be like, hey, could you make this? And yes, I could probably make it. So Dan, you need to pick one.
Let's do banana, please.
Banana? You got it.
Since I'll have chocolate from whatever you're making.
Yes, you are. Oh, this is the one where the measurement's not American. Half a pint. I think one of these says pint on it, doesn't it? Alexa.
Marco said, are they in alphabetical order? Probably not.
1 pint is 2 cups. By the
Okay,
way,
so 1 cup.
you
Alexa,
have
stop.
some-
Hannah says your bowl scraper has measurements. Does it have liquid? That would be, you're looking for liquid measurements, right?
It has conversion.
Oh, okay.
Good looking out. I always forget about that.
What's the...
It doesn't have pints. It has cups, fluid ounces, tablespoon, teaspoon, and milliliter. And they're starting to come off, actually. Proof that I actually do use it. Okay, so 2 cups is a pint, and we want half a pint. So 1 cup.
So Mother's Day is a Sunday.
It is.
But I screwed up. So like this Monday, I sent my mom some C's candy, and it's like 2-day shipping. There's like 2-day shipping, and I'm like, I don't want it there 2 days. I want it there Friday. So I clicked Friday on the 13th because that's Mother's Day weekend, and I wanted it there like Friday before. So now you can see what my problem is. Since
the problem is that today is the 6th.
Today I'm like, nobody said anything. I better go check that order. And today's the 6th. So now I gotta be like, look, I like Danned it, and like now it's not coming till the 13th.
Well, look, the
Or
good news
I
is
just-
everybody else is sending her stuff this week. So it'll be a pleasant surprise a week later, right?
I mean, it would be a pleasant surprise if it just came swooshing on in, like landing right on time at the airport when everybody else's was. That's just fine. I don't need to make my own like grand entrance, but it would
Apparently
be
you
nice
do.
if it wasn't like a week late. So now, like this just happened like right before the stream.
I thought you said you ordered it Monday. Your
Oh,
realization happened.
That my realization happened that I'm like, I think I did it wrong when like nobody said anything.
You didn't look at a calendar when you ordered it?
I'm not sure where I went wrong. I mean, I know where I went
So
wrong.
hold on. Is next Friday Friday the 13th then?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does that mean we can watch scary movies?
I think so. I think so. Is it the 13th? 7
Yeah, 7 days from now.
now, yeah.
Lily C.K. says the baking cupboard reminds her of the culinary school back storage room. Yeah, when I helped my mom redo her kitchen, and then we had to put everything back in the cupboards, I'm like, all right, where's all your baking stuff? And she had like 3 things, and I'm like, that's it? And it occurred to me, not everybody has a baking cupboard.
No.
It was going to be this one. This was going to be my baking cupboard, and I started trying to put things in here and realized that was not happening at all.
You need real bananas and Nilla wafers to mix in that.
Oh, I
We
have neither of those things.
We have real bananas 5-6 days a week. 5-6 days a week. We buy them on Saturdays or Sundays.
Yeah.
But
I use them all up on Friday. I make smoothies every weekday morning on my way to work.
I haven't had a Nilla wafer in years.
Me neither.
I don't choose those unless somebody has one to give to me.
They're not very flavorful, so they're good with something like this. Like it would be a good base, like a crust to a pie. Kind
Right.
of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Mooch is just gazing. Mooch is just gazing at your mix.
How light and creamy. So if you guys haven't had this was sent to us. It's Angel Delight. Did this come from Australia or England? I don't remember.
England, I think.
Was it England?
Yeah. Here, I'll let you know right now.
Okay, thanks. It's like pudding, but it's different. It's like fluffier. It's much better. Helen wishing a happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mummies out there. I love it, mummies.
Like the mummies.
I'm sure you know we say mom and mommy, so mummy is something completely different and hilarious. Amanda says you should just call your mom on Sunday and tell her that you screwed up. Tell her she'll get her present sometime next weekend and it'll be a good surprise.
I know, but like, I had it all dialed in. Like I
Did
had
you
it,
though?
I thought,
Is it like mousse? Kind of. It's almost more like somewhere between mousse and pudding, I guess. Yes,
Yeah.
Linda says it was from her. I thought
Yes, it
so.
was. Uh-huh.
But then as I was like saying it, I'm like, wait, was it? I couldn't remember because Helen sent us a lot of sweets as well. Gaming Ham says, I love Halloween. I would celebrate Halloween all year if I could. I have a friend who loves Halloween so incredibly much, she literally named her child October. I'm all about it. I love Halloween. The whole month of October, I love to watch scary movies. They're my favorite. I try not to subject everybody to that all the time. Like, if I'm home alone, I will watch scary movies. And then month of October, I'm like, it's on. We're watching all the scary movies. Alright, I think we're almost there. It's getting fluffier. KK is here and says, how is Precious? He's doing well. He is flopped out on the couch. He has claimed a spot on the couch, which you can tell because he molts his fur everywhere he goes. Doesn't help that it's summertime. But yeah, he comes and sits next to where I sit on the couch. That is his spot. He comes and headbutts me and rolls over and makes me pet his belly. So he's doing very well. He is very happy. Hasn't quite made friends yet, but isn't really making enemies. So we're doing well. Marco wishing happy Mother's Day to all the single dads, too. Hey, y'all get Father's Day. Still a little runny. Sorry if this noise is annoying. It's really the only way to do it. I have a rubber whisk, but I think it's in the dishwasher at the moment. Christine says the only scary movie I like is Halloween from the 70s. Oh, but have you seen the new ones? They're good. Well, I can't read your super chat, Helen, because it's cut off. Hold on a minute. Can you... The thing is over the chat again, over the beginning of it. Helen with her member super chat, supporting us for a whole 24 months. Thank you so much, friend. Says, Crystal, I've started another package for you, trying to put a few cooking things in for you. Awesome, that would be great. All right, I think this is the... Oh, this tastes really good. To eat some of this now.
No, I have to do it cold, please.
We got about 17 more minutes on our cookie pie. Let's see how it's doing. Ooh, it is brownie. I should cover it with foil. Really hard to do with oven mitts. Close enough. Brittany says it's not the sound of ice clinking, so I'm good.
Oh, that's right. You hate that. I forgot.
Linda says there's a movie called The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox on the USB she sent that we should try. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
I have it right here.
You do?
That's an old school Michael J. Fox movie, too. I have not seen it, but I know what the cover is in my head.
Marco says if we're going to watch something scary, we should watch 90210. Dan actually throws that on Pluto every once in a while. Doesn't really hold up well.
No.
Like, at all.
When I was working at the bike shop, I would get there early, and then I would watch 90210 as I was opening the shop. Yeah, and then after that, The Price is Right would come on.
Gaming Ham says we should check out Tress on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's an anime.
Or Hellsing, the animated version.
I think it's anime. The first one I want to see that Tress.
Patricia says an electric whisk would be best for this, much fluffier. I don't have one of those.
Oh, it'll get stuck in my hair. like that lady that...
I guess I could do it in the stand mixer, but then I'd have to wash it.
Thank you.
A cordless drill and a paint mixer, Wolfie says. Athena's favorite movie is Queen of the Damned. I don't think I've seen that. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I'm so excited about the kitchen at the new place. It's huge. Hannah, that's awesome. Oh, kitchens are so awesome when they're, like, functional. My mom was looking at some pictures of her old kitchen the other day. And I remember you spit them out. You didn't like them. And she said, how did I ever use my old kitchen? That's what I said every time I went over there. Kitty treat time. We can totally do that. Oh my god, the chocolate's trying to kill me too. we've got chicken and waffle snacks from Hannah. Oh, did you hear that? You know what that is? Do you know what this is? Precious. He's looking. Oh, here comes Topo. All groggy. Oh, what? Your eyes aren't even open, bro. What are you doing? It's so bright in here. He was sleeping in the closet in the laundry basket. There you go. Can you catch in your sleep? Nope. Come on, Riz. Rob Zombie is redoing the Munsters. I did hear that.
I'd see that.
I've only seen one Rob Zombie movie, and it was so gory. What was it? Was it House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yeah.
Precious coming? Fresh.
She's getting lazy over there.
Did you call him she again?
Yeah.
Just because he's fluffy and beautiful doesn't mean he's not a boy. Nope, that went under Topo. Sacrifice to the Topo. Get it, Riz? Alright, I gotta go give something to Kitty. Precious needs an emoji. He does. Here he comes. Come here, bud. You gonna catch it now? You a little more awake? Got it right. Got it in his mouth. Come here, buddy. I need to kick you out of here for a minute. No. At work, he ate him out of my hand. Nobody wants to eat him out of my hand. You will. Ow. Alright, hold on. I gotta get some to Kitty. Where's Nico?
I'm not sure. Probably outside.
Probably. Hi. Oh, don't be scared. No.
She's probably sleeping in a plant at the front
I
door.
think she was. I think before we started, she was. You missed it, dummy. It's there. Here you go. Dang, you're so pushy and rude. You sniff at him. He stole your snack. Topo, go over there.
Hey, man, stay off the tripod, bro.
Do you not get this game and how this works? Come here. Eat your snack. There you go. He stands up for snacks too. He would do it on my desk. There you go. Oh, you missed. At work, every time I would give him a snack, he would use his hand and pull it into his mouth. He hasn't done that here yet, though. Oh, you get scared. Come here. Precious. Nope, he's over us. We moved too much. I'm gonna see if I can find Miko. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. I can tell we got a delivery today because there's a bunch of leaves knocked off my succulent by the door. Every time they put something by the door, they always just bash into it and knock the leaves off of it. The good news is they turn into new succulents. Hey. Oh, right down the heater vent. Boo. Dang, get out of here. Stop butt sniffing. You don't like chicken and waffles? What's up? Tobo's got so much energy. What's going on in the chat, Dan?
Look at that jungle cat! I know. This thing's out of control.
Hi. Wait for more snacks.
How old are all the cats? Let's see. There's Mooch right here.
Mooch will be 15 this year.
Then there's Kumiko. She's next.
I want to say 12. Oh, I'm so bad with their ages.
About 12.
I want to say 12.
Then there's Rizzo
Kitty
next.
is 7. I think she'll be 8 this year.
And then Rizzo.
And then
Over
Rizzo,
here.
5, 6.
And then
Topo,
this guy's
like 2.5, 3. And then Precious, we're not really sure. But my mom estimated like maybe 5 or 6. That pie cooks for a long time. It does. It cooks at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing?
Sorry,
It's just
I hit a button.
mayhem.
I hit a button.
Now we're just staring at cat butt.
I hit a button. There we go.
Yeah, go over there. Back. Okay. Pushy cat. Precious is laying at the bottom of the cat tree, facing away. He wants nothing to do with us anymore. He says there's too many cats here. There you go. Okay, I think everybody has had enough. Kumiko knows what's up. Yeah, she comes straight to the source. Helen has a question for me. If it's not too personal, it is not. What type of work do you do? I am currently working at an engineering company. I answer phones and type things.
She's Pam from The Office.
Pretty much, yeah. It's super chill. The last few jobs I've had have been really stressful, and I kind of like run everything, and that's really stressful, and I just kind of needed a break from it. So I was like, yeah, I'll try this job where I just answer phones and type things and like keep myself looking busy, and oh my god, it's so glorious. And there's much more pay and benefits than any of these other jobs where I ran the show, so that's a nice perk. Alright, I need to wipe off where he was sitting. Brittany, I'm not sure what you're asking. Is Precious has the Blake personality? Oh yeah, the like leave me alone? Pretty much. Things are on his terms, so yeah, pretty much like Blake. He wants to snuggle when he wants to snuggle. Last night, he was being really feisty and attacking my hand. I was like, hold up, bro, do you need a toy? And so we went and fetched his toy, and that was absolutely what he needed. So we're kind of learning, you know, more about him, and that if he's being feisty, go get him a toy, and he'll pick up the toy and throw it in the air, and he picks it in his mouth and throws it, and he chases it around.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely got more personality than I ever saw at work with him. Like, he would just kind of sit on my desk and roll around. I did bring a pipe cleaner, because that's one of our cat's favorite toys. So I brought one there for him to play with, and he would play with it a little bit. He'd pick it up and go take it into the conference room where he was left alone. And then I have to go find it afterwards. Chris says, Blake was being feisty and attacking your hand. No, Blake's 20 years old. He wants nothing to do with us. He comes over here for, you know, he splits his time 50-50 between our house and his mom's. Pretty much just sits in his room and does his own thing the whole time he's here. He really wants nothing to do with us. He comes out to, like, get Dan with D's nuts jokes and to tell us stories. But that's about it. He's not trying to, like, hang out. And you have fun with the kitty cats. Yes. Yes, I don't know if you heard me talking about it, or maybe I just made a post about it, that there's a TNR group that has come to trap, neuter, and release the cats at work. So they've been disappearing and showing back up, fixed, and kind of like not really knowing what's going on. So that's amazing. It'll control the population there, and the aggression as well. Whoa, bro, you almost didn't make it. You don't need to be up here. Oh, there you go. Linda says, that was so fun seeing all the kitties. Yeah, they come running as soon as I open treats. The problem is I did that a little too soon, and I'm not done here, and now they all want to know what's going on. Athena says there's Takis on the cupboard above the fridge next to the laundry room.
Oh my gosh. Shots fired out of
There
nowhere.
may very well be. Absolutely.
Jeez. Did you just like watch that video? Like, what prompted that?
I have not found any in quite a while, but we were finding them for a good long time. But I think we've gotten them all. So we've got like 4 more minutes on this.
Topo's just,
Washing it down?
yeah, it's because all those treats are so dang dry.
Yes, Kitty's sitting in the doorway waiting to see if there's any more treats. You come out here?
She was out here earlier today, and then I made a loud noise.
That is one thing with Precious being here. She seems to be out more on the couch, like more throughout the day. He likes to sleep on the bed during the day. And she's like, "Oh, I'll just go hang out on the couch then."
They were trying to fight last night. Not like fight, but like there was.
It's all territorial. It's not like real fighting. It's just kind of like get out of my face.
Yeah, but maybe once a day, if that. So it's they're good right now.
It's minimal. It's just it's learning boundaries more than anything else. It's just like, hey, don't get in my face.
Why don't you breathe, bro?
I'm drinking all the water.
It is.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Kyle wants to know if you and Jess are making another podcast for the CC Mouse podcast.
Yeah, we'll have one out next week. Look at this shaved face. They're not shaved.
Oh yeah, now you guys can see close up weird half-shaved Dan.
There'll be one next week.
No. You don't
So
need to be up
yes,
here.
there'll be some more.
I think he wants
podcast
water
stuff.
too. I think that's what he's coming up here for.
He's not. I was gonna say he usually only drinks out of the.
If you pour him a fresh little dish, sometimes he'll drink out of it. I don't really want him over here with all our stuff.
Yeah, he pretty much lets me know what he wants.
Would you like some of this?
Water.
Is that what you're going for? Maybe.
It's not resin.
Jess says, so you're saying I should write that down? Probably.
Yeah, I kind of just committed for us.
Nope, he does not want the dish. Sometimes he'll do it. Did you stop putting the podcast on Stitcher?
No, it's there.
Where'd you go, Dan?
It should be there. I'll check to see because someone asked me the other day about that too. I'll check to see if it's still connected to Stitcher, but it should be there. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know Stitcher was still around. It should still be there.
Gaming Ham is off to sleep. Thanks so much for hanging out, friend.
Goodbye. Write down what? Write down the fact that I committed her to doing a podcast next week.
Pencil that in.
We always have like the best intentions of doing a million things every day.
There's not enough hours in the day,
No.
like, for any of us.
It's been good. Since it's been warmer weather. I've been way more. I feel way more productive. What's this guy doing back here? So yeah. Are you all right? Are you just?
No, he wants water out of the faucet, and he's pissed off that we won't let
He
him.
looks a little bit like irritated, but
Yeah.
that's kind of just how he is
It's
anyway.
his resting mooch face.
The last episode of Stitcher's Eleanor Puppy Podcast. Okay, when I'm done here, I'll write that down. When I'm done here, I'll go check and see what's
Have you
up.
done one since then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. And I put a smiley face next to it just because that made me feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Less like you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Linda said I tried watching some of the old podcasts and some of the lives are missing, like when you were in Alpena.
On YouTube, those won't be on. Those will. If it was a live, it won't be an audio version. Otherwise,
She's watching the old podcast.
okay. So
I'm not
it's on
really
the site.
clear on-
I'll look. I don't know if the ones are unlisted or not. But they should all be there. I think all our stuff's just there. But I'll look. I'll take a look. I wrote it down on my list to do, which rolls out like a scroll.
It's a long list.
Right.
I got you a dry erase board. I thought it was going to be magnetic for the fridge. It was like a free with office supply order thing at work.
Right.
And I thought it said it was magnetic, so I'm like, cool, we'll stick it on the fridge, and Dan will have like an ongoing list, and he can erase the things he did. It's not the magnetic means the front is magnetic, and you can put magnets on it, not that it's magnetic to something.
Oh, okay. I see it sitting over there. Oh, I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't have it tonight, but like, I don't know. I'm excited
Okay, it
still.
did puff up.
When you bring it over here, I'll grab that camera again.
I don't. Do I check it like a cake?
Yeah, I would check it like I would think you would check it like a cake.
Somebody's like mowing or something out there. Don't you know we're doing a live stream? Came out clean. I'm not sure why you got two.
I don't know. I in my mind, real quick, it was in my mind it was in one of those square pans.
Gotcha. So some of the foil did stick right here. So it took a little bit of the top off, but
Does that mean you get to try it?
it does. Do you want some?
No, go ahead. It looks
It looks like a giant cookie in a pie
alright.
crust.
Yeah. That tastes good.
Oh, it tastes like a cookie.
It tastes like a cookie. I'm okay with that.
Linda clarifying on YouTube. So she was watching them on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'll look because I don't know. I don't know, but I will look. Helen with the super chat. Thank you so much, Helen. Dan and Jess, if I send a package, could or would you both open it on a live podcast down the track? So like when I show up there, or are you sending two things to one?
Please clarify.
Please.
But I think either way, yeah, you've opened your stuff on the podcast before, haven't you? Because I think we ate some candy.
We've done dual stuff before on the podcast, yes.
Cook with May says you can put magnet strips on the back so you can put it on the fridge. I'm not sure if I can because the frame is so thick.
Fair
enough.
I'd rather, if you did, you could hang it on the side of my huge desk.
There you go. So do you put whipped cream on it or what? I've never had one of these before, so I don't know. The recipe says you can put some ice cream on it, but you can't cut it right now because it'll be too runny.
Right, we could do it a la mode, which always sounds
wait for it to set. Although it doesn't look
fun.
runny, it looks like cakey.
It looks like cake.
I'm really fighting the urge to just cut a slice of it.
Why not? The worst that can happen is we just putty it back in.
Is that the worst?
Yeah. Let's cut it.
Sharon says you can put whipped cream or ice cream on it.
I don't think we own whipped cream. We own ice cream, but we don't own whipped cream.
No.
I say you cut it. We can give it a second here to cool off.
It says to let it cool first. It's hot. It's fresh out of the oven. Look, it's still cracked.
I don't know. Oh, that was hot.
Dan, it just came out of 350-degree oven. What did you expect?
They're like, well, we're all cooling down here. We're all cooling down. You know?
You want to go put it under the cooler?
Helen, what's the answer? I will send a package to each of you like I have before when you had the Vegemite. I think that's a good idea. I'm down for that. Jess?
Sharon says it'll run if you cut it now. Yeah, but it looks cakey. It doesn't look like there's anything to run. Did I overcook it?
Put a fan on it.
Cook with Masons, put a toothpick in it and see if it comes out with a mess on it. I did put a toothpick in it and it came out clean. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it does not look like it's runny.
But
no, I'm getting yelled at. It has to cool before you cut it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should. We can do that.
No. Sharon just said no. I don't know what that was a no to. Yes, Brittany, I did shut the oven off. Thank you. I need to try to cool it back down in here.
Yeah.
Put magnets on the back and it'll be able to stick to the fridge. Yeah, Dan doesn't want me to apparently. But it has a frame around it that's kind of thick, so I'd have to get thick magnets anyway. But yeah, apparently Dan doesn't want that.
Our fridge is full of Dan heads.
Yeah, I hate things on the fridge and Dan just keeps putting more and more things on the fridge.
Well, it's because when I was mailing out the magnets, they're curled, so I put them on the fridge for a while, and I'd peel them off from the fridge and put them in envelopes, and it would stay flat in the envelopes. That's why.
Now our fridge is
yeah, please, if you want to send us packages, we can definitely make that happen, I believe. I'm speaking for Jess, but I'm sure we can. I know she'll be traveling.
It's happened before.
I know she'll be traveling a lot, but we can make it. We can figure out a time to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Sharon says it looks good. Let it cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trusting the one who suggested it.
It is definitely hot because I can feel the warmth just blowing on you from the air.
It just came out of a 350-degree oven. As Hannah said, heat is hot, Dan.
Heat is. Heat is hot, yes. Heat is definitely hot. We can try to figure it out. You do a lot of lives a week, and I'm swamped. Ha 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 ha. How come you're like specifically like a Batman villain, you know? But I'm swamped. Yeah.
Dindog says you should have made a prop pie yesterday to eat today. We have done that before, but again, my doctor told me I had to cut down on my sugary things, so I shouldn't be making.
Starting when? Is this like?
I mean, right now it's just a theory.
No, we're past it.
Linda wants to know, do you have blue tack in the U.S. instead of magnets? Yeah, like the sticky, gummy stuff that's like silly putty. We do have that. We actually have some in the house. It just says, have you met me in real life? I laugh all the time. It has to come across a text, too.
There's got to be, like, I would say about a minute of every vlog is laughter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you leave it all in? Do you cut out her giggling? Because Jess doesn't laugh, Jess giggles. It's different than, like, it's not a ha ha ha, it's a hee hee hee.
I let it, like, hee hee hee, and then I go to the next thing. But, like, I let her get the giggle in.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like the giggle, or they hate it. It's crazy.
It's one or the other.
It's crazy, right? Either way, you're watching, so.
Huh.
It's either a giggle or a loud laugh, yes. It all depends.
But, like, 90% of the
That's
time,
the
it's
pop.
a giggle. It's hee hee hee.
That's what ends all the clips. Or they think I'm an anime character. That is very true. That is very true. So
I'm out of things. Like
I'm out of things.
I don't know.
That's okay. Well,
it's 7:36. I don't know that we can let this cool enough to eat it.
No.
That's a later on tonight.
It
thing,
is
so.
a probably later on tonight thing. Which
we can reveal it tomorrow night.
We can do it tomorrow on Dantics, and tomorrow's
answer in the chat.
Answer in the chat Dantics. So you'll want to tune in for that. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be.
Is Dan gonna swim in the pool with the dogs this summer? Oh. Just trying to get me to come out at the end of June, and I'm like, and then like as soon as I get back, you leave for a little bit, and I kind of like was like that was kind of like not enough time. So I don't know. That's a touchy subject. I know just type it as fast as you can right now. Dan said he was too busy to come out and see me. Send. It's coming out, but I do need to figure out a way to go like be in the pool. It's enough time, but Dan makes it not enough time.
Here's the big problem. Every time you go back there, you throw off your routine, and then you come back and for like 2 weeks, you're just all out of sorts, and you can't like get stuff done.
I can't
manage your schedule for like 2 weeks.
Not true. That's not necessarily true.
That's true. Sharon says if you want it to cool faster, put it on a cookie rack. I would, except I kind of destroyed my first set of cooling racks because I put things like this on it, and it was so heavy. And this pie pan in particular is really heavy, and so it made him like do this, and I don't want to ruin my brand new ones I just got.
I mean,
it's fine.
We're gonna have it on Dantics tomorrow.
I didn't eat dinner first. I didn't eat dinner.
I have some noodles in the fridge that I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, leftover Chinese food. Dan got surprise Chinese food brought home
from me
for
bad.
work. It
was so bad. It's usually so well. You know how it goes. It's either really really good or like not. Like you either get the fresh egg rolls.
The egg rolls were actually good and crispy today. So the sacrifice was the orange chicken, apparently, because the egg rolls were good.
It was tired. It was tired orange chicken, and the noodles were kind of tired this time. Sometimes it's amazing. You're like, this is the best thing ever. And then I was a little... It was a little sad.
But Until Yukon says we should just put the pie on some 2x4s to cool it. That would probably work better, because they wouldn't bend out of shape.
Oh, I doubt he makes it out here this summer at all. We'll see. There's still plenty of time. Not really. But there's still plenty of time.
You're going out for your birthday. You can't go out for my birthday. That's all I'm saying.
No. But yes,
my birthday's all about me. You have to be here.
I'll be on an airplane, and I'm going to get the whole plane to sing Happy Birthday to me on a red-eye flight.
I went to a rave party on my birthday one time, and everybody at the rave party sang Happy Birthday to me, and it was really amazing.
Dan's hair is leaving.
There was like hundreds of people singing Happy Birthday.
That's so cool.
It was really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I can keep my head straight. Look at there you go. Now my hair's straight.
Yeah, it's always a little wonky.
It was like not having a good time. I was good, and I got you can see I got my comb stuck in it, like over here, like around like 11 o'clock. There's a comb stuck in it, and then I had to pull it out, and then I'm just like, this is
this
bad.
whole part. Like stand up because your shoulders.
I'm gonna be out of the frame.
Oh, this whole part, like right here, it just starts to go down. The other half looks fine. This part,
I had to
this side
because it was hanging out, waiting for me to get. The comb was stuck, and then I was like, I need to like hydrate it again. So I was like, shh, and then it was like next thing you know, I'm like stuck in my hair.
It's time for a haircut.
It's time for a haircut.
We should probably do that tomorrow before you put it up for the show.
We probably should. That would be nice. It needs like a lot cut off, but it's almost all grown out from the color, so that's good.
Yes.
That's a good.
Stephanie from Australia is here. Good morning. Hi. Good day, mate.
Hello. Yeah,
Can I say that? Is that cultural appropriation? Is that okay to say that, Stephanie? Helen? Is that allowed?
The cat behind you.
What are you doing?
Megan's here. How do y'all? What have I missed? Everything, because we're about to go. So we'll see you.
Pretty much done.
We'll see you again tomorrow night. It'll be fun. We'll have Dantics. We'll hang out. We'll eat pie. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. The house is like not that much in disarray like it was 2 nights ago.
Bad.
So it's not too bad, and so we'll probably do some dishes, make some food, and that's it. We'll go play some.
Michelle wants to know which cat
Domino.
talks too much. The one that talks the most is Mooch. Topo talks to me a lot. If I'm by the front door and he's in his basket, he just meows and meows and meows and meows.
He does.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. Crystal, I gotta go over here and run the boards.
Wilton says, taste it on Dantics. Yes, we absolutely will. If you guys want to see how this turns out without waiting for the post on Facebook and Instagram, we will try it out tomorrow. I mean, we'll probably try it tonight. But we'll also try it tomorrow on Dantics. We'll let you guys know live what we think of it. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you guys set an alarm. You're not going to want to miss it. It is the answer in the chat version of Dantics. You're not. Does anybody want to miss it? Tell me.
Thanks for the sell.
Do you want to miss it? No. Nobody wants to miss it. See, I'm not lying, Dan. So 6 p.m. Pacific, be there or be square. Do people still say that?
It does. Yeah, people do still say
yeah, show up, guys. Answer in the chat. See if you can win Dantics trivia tomorrow night.
Yes, thank you for a super fun night, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate all of you.
Yes.
Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
And it's still light out.
It is. I love summertime for that.
You have to awkwardly wave goodbye until it fades out.
I can't smile anymore. It hurts. I'm done smiling, Dan. Oh, you're just continuing to leave me on there. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, pictures and disappearing smile.